He says to Harker Bay, Toronto Johnson. I call for a Moorish court on brother Toronto Johnson and anybody who's riding with him with this scandal or with these videos of me and my wife frauding the people.
Check it.
I never saw my brothers and sisters serving these packages when I was with Daweed Ali and them and Taj and them used to come to Chicago.
I laid them old boys to rest. They was dead asleep anyway. Sleepwalking, they keep talking. I probably catch a charge and I don't care what any say. Yeah, I'm the people's grand sheik, and the people's grand sheik ain't seen a man I can't beat. Only the gods is my equal. You mortals, you just my sequel. Let's go. Yeah. You just my sequel. What the 85ers? Dip divers? Trying to symbolize us? You already dead. Who done got up in your head? Rent free. You wanna know who sent me? Who sent you? Leg, head. I tried to pull you out the bed, but you got up all groggy. Started talking real crazy, eyes foggy. Couldn't see through the fog. Then I had to bring the dogs, barking all up in your ear, acting like you don't care. Oh, you don't care? Like you don't preserve life. Oh yeah, and you really don't care, right? Oh, you don't care, right? Well, we gon' really check that, bet that, respect that. Since you said you ain't scared to die. I laid them young boys to rest. They was dead sleep anyway. I laid them old boys to rest. They was sleepwalking anyway. I'm the people's grand sheik. I ain't seen a man I can't beat. I laid them young boys to rest. They was sleepwalking anyway. I would take you on any day. Michigan, New York, Cali, where you at? What you thought? From that town to Baltimore, everybody on the road is all raw. They ready, choppers. I don't really think you want the problem. Hold up, wake the thought up. Back to Allah. Leg, head. I try to get him out the bed. Sleepwalking anyway. Sleepwalking anyway. Wake up, keep talking. Sleepwalking anyway. Wake up. I don't care what any say. Nobody. I'm the people's grand sheik, and the people's grand sheik. I ain't seen a man I can't beat. Never. You mortals, you just my sequel. You mortals, you just my sequel. Only equals is the gods. You mortals, that's my sequel. I see dead people. Hey. I see dead people. I lay them old boys to rest. They was dead sleep anyway.
I never saw my brothers and sisters serving these packages when I was with Daweed.
I lay them young boys to rest. They was dead sleep anyway. Hey, people's grand sheik. I ain't never met a man that I can't beat. The gods is my only equal. That's it. You mortals, you just my sequel. That's it.
I call for a Moorish court on brother Toronto Johnson and anybody who's riding with him with this scandal or with these videos of me and my wife frauding the people.
I be that more you gon' remember. I'ma be that more you gon' remember. I be that more you gon' remember. Come on, man. Y'all got the shade in. New Wabu Order in the building. I be that more you gon' remember. Let's go. I'ma be that more you gon' remember. That's right. We got Wabu Shabazz in the building. What y'all gonna do? Let's go. If you a friend of the Moors, then you a friend of mine. I was told to watch my enemies. now hold my line. Those that speak against the prophet, they speak against me. And I'm speaking about the prophet over Ali, who was the first to remind you and bind you back to Morocco, the mountains, Mississippi, and Quebec. Told you you wasn't black, proving the straight facts. You tripping off crime, you need to be tripping off that. Now here we go again, acting like you a slave. The same people talk European, I'm the babe. And looking at women buying European hair. No love for self, but do the men really care? Hell no, cause they got a love for Europe. Whole generation chasing pills, we need to serve. Yeah, they love Lil Yachty, Tucci, Gucci, Kodak, Amigos, Ross, Lucid. But when the love for the woman look like your mother, I guess they say it's all black when it's under the cover. Now cypher, I be that more you gon' remember. I'ma be that more you gon' remember, that's right. I be that more you gon' remember. To Harker Bay front line till the law call my number. I be that more you gon' remember. I'ma be that more you gon' remember, that's right. I be that more you gon' remember. To Harker Bay front line till the law call my number. All you super scholars holler, this era for the workers. You ain't building on the ground, then you worse than a twerker. You look and sound good, but that's only on the surface. Probably working for the people. Now tell me what's your purpose. Ain't worried about your homie, but know that I know every mo that rock a fast. He ain't my bro. Yeah, you know I ain't slow. I seen it all before. How they try to kill the prophet, it was all dope. And some got it right now. Don't say that I'm not down. I'm coming for my bad state. I want my town, my sheriff, my stores, my school, my nation. Sick and tired of the procrastination and debate. Y'all keep hating when love is the savior. You don't love yourself, so you can't love your neighbor. That's why you killing, fighting, marry out of your race. If you ain't for Moorish World, then get out of my face. Cause Chinese love China, Italians love Italy. If you used to love the Moorish World, come on and build it with me, let's go. I be that more you gon' remember. I'ma be that more you gon' remember, that's right. I be that more you gon' remember. To Harker Bay front line till the law call my number. I be that more you gon' remember. I'ma be that more you gon' remember, oh yeah. I be that more you gon' remember. To Harker Bay front line till the law call my number. I be that more you gon' remember. Be more. I be that more you gon' remember. That time. I be that more you gon' remember. To Harker Bay front line till the law call my number. I be that more you gon' remember. LA. I be that more you gon' remember. New York. I be that more you gon' remember. To Harker Bay front line till the law call my number. So family, welcome to another edition of Moorish World TV. Before I turn the show over to not my guest, I am his guest, my brother Wabu Shabazz of the new Wabu Order Podcast. Now listen, I thought that it would be only right. I always open up my channel for those who want to call in and ask questions. You follow what I'm saying? They want to call in and ask questions. And unfortunately, no one seems to call in. You know, all of the stuff that is said about me on YouTube and on mainly on YouTube, not too much on Facebook, but mainly on YouTube. Once a month, I open the lines up and say, if you have something to say, anybody, come on in and ask me whatever you want. And I think that's the best way to go in this world with all the corruption and all the scamming going on. I've even been accused of scamming. You know what I'm saying? And so I've been accused of scamming with no receipts, though. I mean, I don't know how they work that degree, but hey, but whatever the case may be, new Wabu Order, and I want you to, brother, if you can throw the link. Let me get the link real quick and throw the link in there that everybody can go and subscribe to your channel. I was moving so fast I didn't get a chance to drop the link, but let me go back and get the link right now. I thought like brother New Wabu reached out to me to do an interview. And when he reached out to me to do an interview on his platform, I never met the brother before. I just thought his interview style was really consistent with getting to the truth. In other words, it wasn't like oh, it's the Hawker Bay. No, he was asking me real questions. You know what I'm saying? It wasn't like, oh, that's the Grand Sheik and I'm gonna take it easy on. No, he was asking me real questions. So I said, well, I like the way he do his interviews. It's very professional. It's straight to the point. It's uncut raw. And so I was like, hey, bro, won't you interview me? You know what I'm saying? And just keep it raw. You're not my friend. You are my brother. You know what I'm saying? But in this interview, we're not friends. You're my brother. Now you can be my friend after the fact. I want you to call a spade, whatever you heard, whatever you said, and I'm going to answer to the best of my ability. Do you know what I'm saying? I'm going to answer to the best of my ability. But with that being said, if you're not there, I just put the link in there to Anchor FM, New Wabu Order. And I want everybody to go there and check the brother out. And actually, the YouTube channel, what is it, New Wabu on YouTube?
Wabu Order Podcast,
Yep, on YouTube also. So go check that out and make sure you go and subscribe. We need quality brothers that's going to be raw. We need quality sisters that's going to be raw. And we need them to continue to thrive so we can offset this fake, false, phony stuff. I keep saying it. Brother Hawker Bay, whatever you think about me, I want to make sure that everybody who is given quality content, that they will be able to give it in such a way that it offset the fraud, fake, phony, embellishing content. And for what I do is different from what New Wabu Order does. However, he gives quality stuff down the line, like Willie D. If y'all familiar with Willie D, on the lines of my brother, what's my brother name that I watch? Shoot. I didn't forgot my brother name.
Doggy Diamonds.
Doggy Diamonds, on the line of Doggy Diamonds. Shout out to Doggy Diamonds.
Yeah, definitely.
And down the line of quality interviewers, you know what I'm saying? So I just support you. So with that being said, bro, I'm going to step aside. But I tell you what, I did ask him to make sure he asked me a certain list of questions. And when I said that, he said, oh, I already got that locked in. I said, my man, let's go. So I don't want him to hold anything back, and I don't want to hold back any further. So I'm going to sit back and I'm going to be interviewed by New Wabu Order. Again, family, let's welcome our brother Wabu Shabazz in the building, and the floor is yours, brother.
Appreciate it, brother. First off, that intro was crazy. And the intro was real crazy, but we're gonna get straight into it. Right, I've been watching you for a while. I'm hearing a lot of things, read a lot of comments, seeing what's going on. But this is more of what I want the people to know that's not in tune with you. Probably some of my audience that might not be as in tune with everything you got going on. First off, I want you to tell the people who is Noble Drew Ali for my audience.
For your audience, Noble Drew Ali, in the Moorish perspective and respect, he is a prophet in the line of David, in the line of Moses, in the line of Jesus. If some believe Jesus is the Son of God in the Islamic tradition, he's a prophet. In a lot of Indian tradition, he's a prophet. So in the line of all prophets, Abraham, we consider Prophet Noble Drew Ali a prophet to us here in America, who have suffered the oppression and the annihilation attempt by the oppressors. So we consider him to be a prophet of Allah.
Okay. And that's just the question I wanted to get out there for my audience. But let's get into it, man.
Let's go.
Why so many exposed videos, brother? Why are you exposing the people that's bringing good information to the world?
Okay.
It seems like you hating sometimes.
Right. Let's I want to go back for a minute.
Okay.
When I started doing Moorish World TV, there was, and I'm just going to name names because I got to keep it a buck. There was a lot of taunting going on as it relates to the Moors, and in particular, Sadnetta
was taunting the Moors in a very disrespectful way.
Mhm.
And so I decided that I watched and I studied Sarnetta, who is a genius in his own right during that time. He was a genius and a great marketer and promoter. But I watched him and I studied him, and I noticed that anybody that Sarnetta would try to undermine, whether it be the 5%, whether it be the Moors, whether it be Ansar Law, on and on and on, they would
Yeah.
always have to go back to Sarnetta to respond. And I
Mm.
said to myself, like, no, we're gonna
Like, why they don't create their own platform?
we're gonna clean this up. But the way that we have to do it, we can't go back there and respond. I have to create my own platform.
Because the fight is fixed.
It's always
fight
fixed.
is fixed if they
Always
go back
fixed.
on his platform. It's just like with the news. If you go
And
on,
so that's what it started off as. It started off addressing Sarnetta. It started off addressing Sarnetta, and to be honest, Nuwabu, I always thought that it was legit. I really thought it was legit until
what you
one
mean?
day.
Like, what did you think?
I thought they was really about the information, really about the knowledge. I thought it after time, it proved to me that they had information, but they didn't have the application of the information. So they had knowledge without wisdom. But over time, but I thought it was legit. And so when I would get into these conversations, I'm like talking to my brother, I'm thinking.
Yeah.
But then the conversation would go left, man. This guy's a savage. You know what I'm saying? And then I found out I'm being a tape recorded, and I'm thinking I'm having a regular conversation as me and you talk today. I'm thinking I'm having a conversation, and the next thing I know, it's popped up. Unc beat Tahaka Bay in a debate. I'm like, what? And so then I started to see, like, okay, it's a game. I started to see it's a game, and I say, I'm going to master the game. You see,
you're gonna play with him.
I'm going to master it. I'm not only going to play with them, I'm going to master it. So what I begin to do is make, if anybody followed the thing, what I begin to do is make short videos laughing at Hotepin, da-da-da-da-da. I started to make short videos. All of this was calculated. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I started making videos about Shaka, Brother Larry, whoever. I just started going on and on and on. And
let me hold on real quick, brother. Why not, instead of making the videos, link with them?
Because I found out they wasn't real. So I can't link with somebody that's not real. Like I said, Sarnetta is a great marketer. You see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
It's like love and hip hop. Ain't nothing hip hop about love and hip hop besides the name. So I found out there wasn't nothing conscious about the conscious community outside of the name. You see what I'm saying? They just found a genre of, I guess you would say, podcasting or platforms that would grab people attention and sell tickets at a venue. But when it was all over, the drinking, the blunting, and the thotting, and the stroking this one and stroke, that just went on just like regular Negroes. You see what I'm saying?
Do you feel?
So I wouldn't join with that.
Do you feel at one point they was official and then they might have fallen off the path, or you believe they was like this the whole time?
No,
because at one point Sarnetta was putting out a lot of work. He was doing a lot of. He was in the streets.
Yeah. Well, this is what we have to understand. I used to think that it was official one time, and I do think Sarnetta did and continue to have some sort of love for his people to a degree. However, man, you got to look at the beginning of Sarnetta, you know, how he would take people DVDs, repackage them and resell them, and they never got a dime. And these guys went around and did lectures. Some of these guys died broke. You know what I'm saying? Some of these guys, man, got their homes taken away from them in these processes. You know what I'm saying? And so we're looking at an opportunity that presented itself. Sarnetta jumped on the opportunity and became well known for dispensing knowledge, but at the expense of everybody else. And that's not how you dispense knowledge. You don't dispense knowledge at the expense of everybody else. That don't work like that. So no, I could never get with that. But I did I attempted to many times to try to be brotherly and hoping that it was legitimately in the heart of people like Sinetta that we will ultimately mesh and maybe we'll be able to do something one day.
But when they go low, we go high, brother.
Huh?
When they go low, we go high.
Who
You know, that's the
philosophy is that?
saying. You know, like when people say that,
Who
when they
ph-
go low, we go high.
But you have to choose when you want to go high. Sometimes you got to
Yeah.
go low with the devil and choke him out. You know what I'm
Mm.
saying? And then, yeah, sometimes you got to fight the devil toe to toe. You know what I'm saying? But then you can fight the devil toe to toe, but then you move and let the devil swing in the dark. So you let the devil swing in the dark. So you know, you got to know how to pick your battles. You know what I'm saying? Like this is all right. Let me say it like this. Social media has become a matrix.
Yes,
It's an
sir.
illusion. It's an
Yes, sir.
illusion. Let's be for real.
Yes, sir.
What really concerns me is my son's education, my community being educated to the oppression that's around them, providing a space where the community can come and hear or even get help. You know what I mean? So social media is pretty much in a vacuum of an illusion. So I don't take this as a community, nor do I take it that serious. I have a strong love for which I call the Moorish World TV citizens. I have a strong love for them because as we talk about the van, I guess we're going to talk about that soon.
Yeah. Oh, no. Don't jump the gun, brother. Don't jump the gun.
But you're going to know why I have such strong love for the Moorish World TV citizens. So this illusion of YouTube, like for instance, somebody might be doing a video about me right now. I don't care.
Yeah.
It don't bother me at all. You know what I'm saying? At the end of the day, my channel is building like 300 to 500 subscribers every 28 days. So why would it bother me? You know what I'm saying? Every time they use my name, people will come. Some of them that then seen some videos about me will be over here in a few minutes to see what I have to say.
So with that being said, who are you cool with in the conscious community?
Oh man, let me say you asked me why so much exposed, and so I want to really clarify that.
All right, yeah.
The only person that I've ever exposed unprovoked was Grandmaster J. That's the only one.
J?
Grandmaster J.
Oh, I thought you said Scam Master.
That's the only one that I exposed unprovoked. Anybody else?
Hey, hold on for a second. Why?
Because I thought it was dangerous to see this guy that popped out of nowhere. I've been around for a long time. You know what I'm saying? I haven't been on YouTube for a long time, but I've been around for a long time. And I've never heard of this guy before. I never heard of this guy in the rap game. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. I never heard of this guy.
He said he was one of the creators of hip hop.
The creators of hip hop. Yeah, I never. So that was a stretch for me. I never seen him in the conscious, what they call the conscious community. I'm talking about none of the notables. I mean, Dr. Jeffries, even with Sinetta, I never seen him nowhere. And so I just thought that was kind of crazy that he would jump out of the blue and telling everybody strap up. You know what I'm saying? And then say, bring your straps to the party. You know what I'm saying? Like where I'm from, we don't even want people to see the strap.
Yeah. Indeed.
Where I'm from, and so having thousands of people or hundreds of people out there and young brothers out there, like people don't know the aftermath of that. Many young brothers got charges now that they can't get out from. Many people doing time right now. You know what I mean? I'm gonna do a report on that. That they could not. They could not see that they were being targeted by coming out the shadows into the public, having these guns, and then after the smoke clear, they was coming to get them. And some even committed felonious crimes. You know what I'm saying?
Under that banner?
Under the banner and right in the opening, though. Wow. I did a story a few weeks ago about a guy that shot at a police in I think it was Georgia, if I'm not mistaken. And no, it was Louisville. Scratch, I may be wrong, but whatever it was, we haven't heard from the guy since it happened. They was doing a march and he was hiding in the shadows shooting at the police. The police ended up catching him and he's lost in the system right now. Nobody knows where he at. Nobody
It
checked
might be.
on him. I looked them up. My team looked them up. We don't know.
He might be clipped, or he was an agent.
I don't know.
Man,
The brother in Louisiana, if I'm not mistaken, who gun went off in the crowd, he just got 6 years. You see
for
what I'm
that,
saying?
6 years for this gun going.
Yep, he got 6 years, and nobody's going to send him commissary. Nobody paid for him a lawyer. You see what I'm saying? So when you go out there recklessly like that, you know what I'm saying? When you go out there recklessly like that, and you don't have no safety net, then I have to warn those that may follow suit with that. You know what I'm saying?
So what you saying? You ain't really exposing, you warning
Absolutely.
the people what's going on before they just jump into this blindly.
Absolutely. Also, and we allow callers. Martell, you can call in when we finish. Somebody said you should talk about that Saturday video on Sinetta with the GS from Chicago, put you on blast, saying you're a fake GS. And you can call in and ask me. And I mean, New Wabu might even ask me, how does that work?
Yeah. I mean, that was one of the questions.
Yeah, absolutely. So we're getting to that too. And so anybody else, whether it would be the new Black Panther Party, their leaders, they came on my platform and swindled somebody. What is her name? Big Shirley. I call her Big Shirley. Crystal Muhammad. She came on my platform and swindled somebody. You see what I'm saying? The guy Ali Muhammad came on my platform and swindled somebody.
Dr. Ali Muhammad?
Not Dr. Ali. But then Dr. Ali, he got into my conversation that when Inky was having about the good old kombucha. I never said nothing to Ali Muhammad. He jumped into that. You see what I'm saying? Yeah. Who else? I can name anybody that you name. I can show you.
So they came at you. You ain't.
There you go. And I responded. Even with my brother Inky. Inky made 4 or 5 videos before I said anything.
I'm not gonna lie to you. When y'all first had started doing it, I thought the chemistry was crazy.
Absolutely.
I thought it was gonna be something.
And it could have been, but on my platform, just like I have you here right now talking to me, and I don't know all that you're going to ask me. I like transparency. I don't know what you're going to ask me. And the only thing that I ask Brother Inky behind the scenes is, if people ask him, you must answer on this platform. So if someone asks you, what about the water scam? In order to be on Moorish World TV, you have to answer it 100 for 100 times, because our responsibility is to the people.
Yes.
And if people are watching, then those are the people that you owe an answer to. Without them, there will be
Hold on. Brother, in the comments, the original people said he won his $40, Ali.
You see? So these are my friends. These are just not people that are subscribers. These are my friends that if I rubber stamp something, my friends are going to come in the clutch.
As they should.
They're going to come through the clutch. So if you rubber stamp something and your subscribers follow your lead, and then you find out it's a scam and you don't say nothing, you're just as bad as the scammer. You just as bad as the scammer. And so because my subscribership, which is my friends.
Yes.
Do I know every one of them personally? No. Do I feel their energy? Absolutely. Do I know they care for their people? Absolutely. And if I rubber stamp something and they follow my lead, I am obligated to say we made a wrong move, fam. And this is how we made the wrong move. I'm doing a presentation tomorrow. Boom.
So it's not exposing, it's more of warning.
I'm warning and highlighting. Yeah. I'm warning and highlighting.
Yes.
I'm highlighting what was done.
And to keep it real, I don't think nothing is wrong with that.
But this is the thing. I'm highlighting because I'm showing you clip after clip after clip after clip. You understand? It's not like I'm sitting up here talking like me and you right now.
Now, hold on for a second. Have you ever put a warning out and you were wrong?
Like, give me an example.
Like on somebody or some movement or whatever, you said, "Oh, this brother is this and this."
I
and this
misspoke
and
a
that,
few times, and I
and
apologize.
you were wrong.
I misspoke a few times. I've never been wrong on a swindler, but in presenting, I may have misspoke. I've misspoke recently. I said young Pharaoh didn't have the money to get out, but that wasn't what the paperwork said. The paperwork actually said he did have the money. And so I had to come back and correct that. So I may have misspoke a few times, but if I find it, or the Moorish World TV citizens find it, and they say, "Bro, you're wrong," I'm going to come back. But I have never been wrong about a scammer.
You
Never.
just might have been wrong about certain instances.
Yeah, I may have
whatever.
misspoke a few
Yeah,
times.
misspoken about some things, but
Right.
you always correct it.
Yeah. If I find it, or somebody put me on, yeah, I'm gonna come back and let you know. I'll come back the next show. Absolutely. Absolutely.
Well, moving along, brother. Well, you know I gotta ask you this.
Let's go.
What's the status with the van? The people want to know.
Okay, so
first tell them what the van was for.
Okay.
And then tell them the status.
So this is what happened. What had happened was so during the time when Grandmaster Jay was getting these court dates, you follow me?
Yes, sir.
I was like, man, we need to get up and close and personal. And then Polite got charged. I said, yeah, we got to go to this case.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And I said, first I said, I'm going to get me a van so I can go and do interviews and go to some of these cases. That's what I said. So what I did was I called 5 to 7 people. I want you to hear me. I called 5 to 7 people that are, I will say, faithful Moorish World TV citizens. I could have called more, but I called 5 to 7. That 5 to 7, within 7 days, helped me with $4,500.
Okay.
You hear what I say?
Okay.
After I called on the 5 to 7 personally, hit them in the inbox.
Yeah.
I went live and say, anybody want to make a contribution, you can make a contribution. And I did that for a day or two. At that time, some of the citizens sent $25, $50, whatever. I said, don't send no more money. We good.
Yeah.
We good. You see what I'm saying? So I went to offer up and bought a vehicle for $4,500. It was a 19. It was a 2008 Ford X, like a minivan type van. The moment that I get it, it was a limit. I had to put $1,000 in it. It was a limit. And people was asking me, why did you do that? Why did you do that? You will buy 2008.
Yeah.
Well, because I don't want to try to do like a Sinetta and ask people for $40,000 for a van. I don't need a $40,000 van.
Well, he was trying to get like the news van.
He was trying to get the news van like he was NBC. You know what I'm saying? So I was like, nah, I didn't want to do that. I was going to take what the people gave me and put to what I have and then make it happen. So I found a good deal. I test drive it. It was all good. So I had to put another 1,000 in it. You know what I'm saying? Because there was something wrong with the heads. Anybody know about heads? I had to put like 1,500 in it. But whatever the case may be, I was like, man, all right, if something happened this fast, I may as well go and get me something more up to date.
Okay.
So what I did was I sold that and went and got something up to date. I also wanted to change the van also for security reasons, because I have people on the internet talking real goofy. You see what I'm saying? And I said to myself, hold up now. It's a brother in the audience right now. He said, brother, when you ready for me to wrap the van, send me the receipt and I would wrap it for you. He in the audience right now. I actually sent him the link.
Shout out to that brother.
He is one of the ones that stepped up to the plate. And I'm not going to name no names, but he's one of the ones stepped up to the plate in the beginning.
Oh, that 5 to 7 people. He's one of them people.
He's one of the 5 to 7. And I say I wanted to get a wrap. And he said, Grand Sheik, when you ready to wrap it, let me know how much it costs and I will wrap it. He never got that call. Because you know why? That would be like putting a target on myself right now. You feel what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And you have somebody, I'm not talking about a target where somebody going to do something. I ain't tripping off that.
Yeah.
But to just vandalize it.
Yes.
You see what I'm saying? And
Yes.
so I flipped that and went and got me something that when I pull up, you won't even know that I'm there until the camera hits you. And so that's what's going on with the van. We alive and well. And matter of fact, new Wabu, I have to do this. You seen what I got.
Yeah. Yeah. So I'm gonna tell y'all right now, he ain't lying. Because I seen it.
Yeah.
So for the people, because I know I'll be reading comments and people be like, where's the van? Where's the van? I seen it with my own eyes. So he ain't lying about that.
And I did that. I pulled over in traffic today while we was on a FaceTime.
Yes.
I was at a red light. I was like, oh, let me show you. Let me show you.
Yeah.
But the reason is because I know some of these soft, tough guys would probably vandalize it before they talk to me like a man and say, brother, I disagree with you. Can we sit down and have a conversation? I would rather sit down and have a civilized conversation with anybody that I so-called exposed or that I've disagreed with. I would rather sit down and have a civilized conversation.
And let me backtrack for a second. You said something about Polite, his case and all that. What's going on with his case? I haven't really been keeping up.
Well, right now they're still in the administrative and the discovery stage. I think it's
so is he locked up or out on bond?
No, he's out. He's out on bail.
Okay.
Yeah. So they're going into the discovery phase in April. I think it's like April the 3rd, somewhere around there. But yeah, he's still out acting like he's a millionaire.
Oh yeah. You know that. Oh man. But and I definitely appreciate you answering the questions to the best of your ability, and you ain't fronting on none of the stuff that you're saying.
Yeah, and if I'm not answering it, if it seems like I'm
reading the comments too,
let me know.
Yeah, yo, you know I am. You know I'm definitely going to. Let me see what else we got out there, man. Now, what's going on with the building, brother?
Oh my goodness!
Some of the people say you were scamming in the community with the building.
This is what I like.
Building fund. You know, like they have the church building fund.
Yeah.
What's up with the church? What's up with the building fund, brother?
Now look, that was a good one. And y'all got to indulge me because this is a nice little type of story. So in my naiveness, I had this grand idea that I would create this small community called the Moorish Village. Now, if anybody been watching for over 2 days, you know that I don't put my Moorish science in a box.
Yes.
I see you as me as you, regardless of your religious persuasion. So I had this idea, or even philosophy. You can even be atheist. Long as we under this oppressor boot, I mean, we together.
Yeah, it don't matter.
Yeah, we can fight when we get to the top, but you can't scam me on my way either.
Yeah.
No. But with that being said, I had this idea that we would create a community called the Moorish Village. Here in Baltimore on Saratoga Street, there is Arabs that are selling everything but the kitchen sink. Not only do they sell prayer rugs, they sell oils, they sell soap, they sell shea butter, they sell books, they sell beads, they sell kufis, they sell even fezzes. You understand? Not only do they sell it, they sell the loud weed bags, the SpongeBob weed bags. They sell the pills for the dope to go in the capsules. They sell everything. So I had this idea that we could create this Moorish village. and we can centralize all the things that we consume.
Why not?
Carpets,
Why not?
carpets,
Mhm.
no dope paraphernalia,
Yeah.
but carpets, soap,
Incense, oil,
anything,
and all
incense,
that.
all of that.
Yeah.
And so when I started that, one of the first thing I did was I put up a GoFundMe. And it was horrible. The support was horrible. I know for a fact that, and I'm going to put a challenge up in a minute. I know for a fact that less than 20
Hold on for a second. Chris will provide. What you talking about? I'm acting like I'm his best friend. I'm not being neutral.
Now he got to get out of here because I don't want to mess up my thought. That might be just a fake account.
Yeah.
But the mods will block anybody if they don't want to be just listen to the interview.
Yeah.
But so in this idea, I figured that we could start our own centralized marketing place. You follow what I'm saying?
Yes.
But man, I'm telling you, under 20, no more than 30 people made a contribution to the GoFundMe.
Okay.
Immediately, I took the GoFundMe down. So I scrapped that idea. What was the GoFundMe about? The GoFundMe was about to first buy a building where I can show and prove that we're making progress, because if you build it, they'll come. And I'm hoping to, once I have the building, I will reach out to the Hebrew community. I will reach out to the Ansar, not the Ansar law, but the Nuwabian Nation of Moors community, get books and reach out to the Hebrew community. And I will get it all in, reached out to Red Pill and Blue Pill. You feel what I'm saying?
Yes,
and they was going to send stuff. You know what I'm saying? And anybody else, they was going to send stuff. But when the support wasn't there, and this is the support from the Moors. This is before I had an alternative audience. This was a Moorish audience. You see what I'm saying?
Yes.
And I was in this Moorish group called Ali's Men. You know what I mean?
Okay.
Hence, Noble Drew Ali, Ali's Men. These brothers that are supposed to be educated and very highly intelligent when it comes to academia as it relates to Moorish science, they didn't even make a contribution. Not one dime. It's 20 brothers in there.
One of the brothers is the what's his name? Sharif.
Okay. And now at this time we are all friends, but I never asked them. I just say, I got the GoFundMe up. Nobody touched it and made not one. And then the thing is, Moorish science is predicated upon nationhood. So it kind of blew me away. Now at this time, Wabu, at this time, I'm promoting Moors. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I'm going to temple to temple, putting them on go through my videos. I'm going to all these gatherings. I'm filming it. Nobody giving me gas money. Nobody making any contributions. And all I'm saying, we need to centralize our commerce. And nobody made a contribution. And so what I did was, I said,
why do you think that though? Like, why do you think
because I believe many Moors, and if this is not you, it's fine. Many Moors are into Chrislam. They really Christian, claiming to be into Islam. For real, with all due respect, they really just want to go to the temple, scream praise Allah, dress up and look like Moroccans, and I'm not being facetious. This is what I'm telling you.
I know what you're saying. Like a lot of brothers out here, I call them Kemetic Christians.
So
I know what you're saying.
And many going to get mad at me, right? Many going to get mad at me, but this is a fact. This is a fact. Like somebody was talking about the old guy that went on MWTv and said something about me recently, right? This guy has been around since the 80s, and he's still having a temple in his house with him and his wife and 3 people. And he called himself a Supreme Grand Sheik. So the point that I'm making is it's the mentality of, it's the me mentality instead of the we mentality. You understand what I'm saying? And it plagues the Moorish Science Temple of America as well as other groups.
Yeah,
But
I
the
was gonna
Moorish
say
Science
that.
Temple of America, it really plagues the Moorish Science Temple of America that it's a me mentality instead of a we mentality. And many people, and for the lack of vision, the people, they perish. And so many people can't envision our own centralized market of commerce. We're so used to going to the mall.
Yeah, and in actuality, it could be done overnight. Like literally, if everybody was to get with you on that, or get with whoever on that building, that village, everybody could use their resources and it'd be done
And let me-
overnight, literally.
If you mind me, I want to say this to Merlin Kim. He said, I remember that. It seemed like you didn't have a plan. You just had a GoFundMe. Merlin, that's not true. On the GoFundMe, I explained exactly what I explained today, that it was going to be a centralized location to centralize our commerce, as well as help our community and that's in distraught. That's distraught. And I don't know what you were reading, Marilyn, but you're totally wrong. Everybody knew what it was about. Everybody knew.
Yeah. Do you feel like anything involving that you dropped the ball?
No, not at all. Not at all. Let me, if you mind, let me show you why I didn't drop the ball. All right.
Yes.
Now, for the people that I want to say this, for the people that say I scammed the people, I give you a challenge. Show me your contribution. Let me tell you why I say this.
To the village or the van, right?
Show me your contribution. Let's deal with the village first. You know why I said this? Because 90% of the contributions came from my own pocket. And what I mean by 90%, I mean 90%. Now, let me show you what that 90% look like. Here we go.
Okay.
Here we go.
You ready to pull out some receipts?
I got a slide.
Okay.
Real quick. Okay.
Let's grow.
Okay, let me see if I can get right here real quick. All right, and I'm gonna blow this up real quick. All right. So I'm gonna blow this up real quick. So now. All right. Now, this is the building, the original one. The building was, I think the auction was for $6,000, right?
Yeah.
The deposit that I put down was $5,000. You follow me?
The building was 6,000 and the deposit was 5,000?
No, I put down 5,000.
Okay.
You don't have to put down 5. I put down 5.
All right. All right.
Because I knew that taxes and et cetera, you know what I'm saying? And then you got the transfer fee, and it's more to go into it than that.
Makes sense.
But the total came up to $8,000.
Okay.
$848.73. So here's the challenge. Show me somebody that gave $1,000. Show me somebody that gave a significant amount. In fact, if you show me you gave something, I will send it back to you tonight. You hear what I said? If someone can find the receipt and show me what they gave and they want it back, I will send it back tonight. I will cash app, I will Zelle it tonight. Because you know what I know? You know what I know?
Y'all better show the proof and get that money from them.
Listen to what I'm saying. All the people that say that I scammed the people out of the building, they have never showed any proof. I'm showing you that this first building cost $8,848.73. And I will challenge anybody that said that I scammed somebody to show me what you gave.
Now, did the building need a lot of work?
Absolutely. We're about to get into that too. That's another thing, Wabu. It's just not purchasing the building. Let's go. I'm glad you asked. Now, and they probably think you set that question up, but I'm glad you asked. I was going to get to it. So here's the building right here. That's my work truck right there. Okay. Here's the building. The building caught
Yeah.
fire. You see what I'm saying? This is why it was so cheap. It caught
Mhm.
fire, and so this is what you're getting, right?
Yeah.
Check
Yeah.
this out. You see this?
Mm-hmm.
Can you see that?
Yeah.
All right. All of this, right? Here we go. See this? This is all fire damage. All fire damage. Now, let me stop for a minute. Once again, who made a contribution for the reconstruction of this building? Let's keep going for a second. I'm the scammer now. So they say.
Mm-hmm.
Here we go. You see all that soot?
Yeah.
You see all that soot? I want to
Mhm.
know who paid. You see this? This is the back of the building, right? That's a hallway upstairs.
And it was 3 stories, right?
Right? Right. Absolutely. You see all this soot?
Yeah.
You see all this soot? Who paid for this? I scammed? Where? Show it to me. You see this? Look at this. This is the back of the building. You see what I'm saying? This is downstairs. You follow what I'm saying?
Yes, sir.
Here we go. This is when I'm
Mhm.
starting to restore it. There were steps up the top here. I'm starting to restore it. This is when I'm making progress. This is where I'm making progress. This is the back that you just seen right here. You see that?
Also, hold on. I didn't even know that you got a little far in the project.
man, we was hold up. This is the back of the building that you just seen right here. You see that?
Oh, wow.
You see that? This is the front of the building. That is the back. Downstairs. Watch this now. That is where we were having our meetings. This is my baby son, who's 3 years old right now. You see what I'm saying? While
Yeah.
I'm in there working. We talking about sacrifice. Do you see the drywall compound on the wall there?
Yes, sir.
You see it?
Yeah.
This is called dedication. This is not YouTube. This is called dedication. You feel what I'm saying? This is
Yeah.
not YouTube. You know what I'm saying? This is not putting on the camera and running my mouth. You
Yeah.
follow me? This is not that. There
Yeah.
it is.
You was getting your hands dirty.
Look, watch this now. Watch now. Watch this. Watch this. Watch this. This was the downstairs area. You see the baby in there?
Yeah.
You see the
Yeah.
sister there?
Yeah.
You see the brother there? You feel me?
Yeah.
So I'm gonna stop there for a second. To get this from what you see there, from that, you know how much money that costs? Show me the contributors. The only
Yeah, I know it costs a
contributors
little
was
grip.
those in the Moorish Science Temple of America who was able to help out. But other than that, and I'm talking about those under my leadership, not just any old Moorish Science Temple of America,
Yeah.
our small group that we have. So now I ask again, if I'm the scammer, show me what I scammed you out of. You see where I'm going with this?
Yeah, I follow you.
Show me what I scammed you out of. Now, this is where the rubber meets the road. Hold up. This is where the rubber meets the road. All right. Give me 1 second. Now, so what I did was, here's where the rubber meets the road. Because I exposed this guy for selling weed under the name of the Prophet Noble Drew Ali.
Selling weed under the name of the prophet?
Yeah, he had Prophet Noble Drew Ali's Greenhouse Initiative. And he was saying that he was selling CBDs, but it was actually weed. It is what it is. And I did a video on it. But I don't want to get stuck there.
Wow, that's savage.
So him, his wife, and their cohort, who's trolling me till this day, begin to attack my wife, attack myself. They're doing that today. You know what I'm saying? Attack myself.
What you mean, like online attacking or
Yeah, just
physical
online,
attacking?
just online.
Oh,
No, I want the physical, but nah, this is just online, just bogus videos. And like
Yeah.
recently, they put up a video that I'm a sex offender. Like, okay, whatever.
Oh,
Yeah, just goofy stuff, but nevertheless, all cool.
yeah.
The point that I'm making is that these attacks have been going on since I exposed that situation. You follow what I'm saying?
Yes, sir.
But what really got them mad is that they called the city and told the city that I owned a condemned building, that it was dangerous, and that I don't have any permits. I don't know what they told in detail. They wouldn't tell me in detail. I went to the building one day and there was a sign on the door said that they was going to demolish the building. I mean, and I'm like, what? Matter of fact, my wife was riding by. She was like, what this on the door? She looked at it and was like, what? Come to find out that somebody, and they gave me the city, you know what I'm saying? Somebody called and said all these things.
Not even in your city.
Not
They
even in the
wasn't
city.
even from your city.
Not even in the city.
Wow.
The city drops the ball and don't even go and look anything up. So it takes me to get an attorney, ain't nobody paid for this, get an attorney and get all the records pulled of the permits that I had pulled to fix it up. Once I was able to present the permits to the housing attorney, they lifted it, right?
Yes.
They lifted it. And that took about 7 months. You follow me? To get through that. Because once you're on the demolish lift, you ain't getting off of that. You know what I'm saying? So they lifted it. The moment that they lifted it, and here we go, I said, I'm going to sell it now. And because I still had a lot of work to do, I wasn't getting a lot of support. You know what I'm saying? And I got a family, so I can't put all my resources in uplifting fallen humanity, and then I become fallen humanity. I be a daggone fool. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, that don't make sense.
So I said that I'm going to sell it and I'm going to start over. And so, unfortunately, here we go with the screen share. Unfortunately, I was unable to start over as I once did. And so I sold it for $25,000 on January the 6th, 2021. You see that there? I sold it for that on January the 6th, 2021. So now, this is where the rubber meets the road. I took $8,000 and turned it into $25,000. You follow me?
Yeah, that's a good flip.
But now check this out. Check this out. Not only do I turn $8,000 into $25,000, I'm able to move forward and acquire another property at this point.
Hold on, this is the other property?
This is the new property that nobody knows about.
Yeah, don't put that address up there.
This is the new property. You see what I paid? 55. Hold up. Is that it? Hold up. And again, here we go. Now I'm not going to do this all the time, but I'm going to do it for you. The total is $59,485.80. That's how much it was worth. That's how much it was paid for. I put down that is highlighted. What did I put down? What's that highlight say?
25.
Where the scam at? The balance was.
Well, you got the receipts right there, man.
The balance was 34. Now, here's the question.
Right there.
Here's the question. I have some contributors, but none of these fake YouTubers talking crazy is in the number. You understand what I'm saying? Not only that, I got a few other ventures that I will show next week that is really helping people. I will show that next week. But the point that I'm making is this, brother, where is the scam? Now listen, and now let me say this about the Moorish Village. It's in a perfect place so the Moorish Village idea can become a reality. Perfect spot. So again, where is the scam? These are YouTubers just talking. Sensationalism. And the thing is, I can't let everybody know everything that I do.
Of course not.
Because I will be attacked unjustly and sabotage, because that's what slaves do. They're gonna attack you. Like instead of proving my information wrong, if I'm supposedly exposing somebody, instead of saying my wife got a big head or I got a big toe or I'm a punk, all that, prove that I am wrong with the exposing so you can get people not to watch me because I'm lying or I'm embellishing. That will stop people from watching Moorish World TV if you show that I am lying about what I'm saying.
And to my knowledge, since you got on YouTube, people have been trying their best to pull up things on you. So far, I haven't seen nothing that was successful.
And it's like when somebody say for instance, and I'll add this, say for instance, somebody pulled my record. Man, I don't care. That's why I joined the Moorish Science Temple of America, because I was a fool. Yeah. Like it's just like saying
he was a bug out.
Yeah, it's like saying that I don't know why you in the hospital, although you got cut up, because that's what a hospital is for. So if I was a fool in my 20s or even in my 30s, the best place for me would be the Moorish Science Temple of America. That's just simple math. Like, so if you pull up something from 1998, you say, somebody say, oh, he busts his woman upside his head. Whether it's true or not, which many people have been saying that.
Yeah.
What is the best place for me in 2022? It would be some lessons that help me to elevate my consciousness so I don't repeat that behavior.
And you can see that's what worked for you. Like,
so
what took you out of the darkness, just like any other thing, why people become Christian or why people become Hebrews. And if it works for you,
that'll be just like saying Malcolm X was a pimp. I'm not listening to him.
Yeah, exactly.
Malcolm X used to mess with heroin. I'm not listening to him. Malcolm X was a XYZ. I'm not listening. Well, you fool, he joined NOI because he seen that he had a problem. You know what I'm saying? Now, one of my problem is that when I was younger, I was just hard-headed. You know what I'm saying? You just couldn't tell me that water was wet. You know what I'm saying? I was just hard-headed. But in reality, whatever issue may be in anybody's life, if it's the church, if it's NOI, if it's the Moorish Science Temple of America, then that's where you have to go in order to get the medicine to get you away from the detrimental behavior that you're demonstrating. So if somebody pulls something about me about yesterday, I don't care, because it gives validation of the power of the teachings of Prophet Noble Drew Ali. Look at me now.
Yeah.
There you go.
Well, I think you cleared that building thing up, and now I see you got a new property. And I know this one is gonna. Now you know the mistakes you made with the last one.
Well, let me tell you the mistakes that I made. The mistakes that I made was putting out too much information too fast and expecting my people to support me. I have people that support me. You know what I'm saying? I have people that support me. And I have people that want to see me fail. But when I fail, the community that I plan to uplift and my contribution, they get a failure too. You see what I'm saying?
Yeah,
Because this is not for me. Like, bro, I've been in business for myself for a number of years now. Bro, I can ride off in the sunset and be good. You know what I'm saying? I'm not a person where I need a whole bunch to be happy. I'm not flashy. I'm not one of them guys that need pop bottles. I don't drink. I don't smoke. I don't hang out. I'm very simple. I'm a very simple type of guy. I don't need much. You know what I'm saying? I'm happy to be in the temple teaching Moorish science.
Yeah.
I could just ride off in the sunset. You know what I'm saying? Pay my bills and whatever and just ride off in the sunset. But I feel as though that I have something that can change not only my local community, but if the blueprint is utilized in other communities, it can help change those communities. And so I'm not going to stop until, whether it's the Moorish Village or somebody call it the Hebrew Village or somebody call it the Ansar Allah. I always say Ansar Allah, but you know, the Nuwabian Village or whatever the case may be. We have to get a central location for our goods and services and commerce. We got to stop buying these raggedy chicken boxes in Baltimore, and we need to have our own. And so whether somebody call it the Jesus Christ Village, the Christian Village, or whatever, we need to centralize all of our goods and services and stop buying from other people.
I could dig it.
And so I'm not going to stop until I achieve that.
I'm all for that. Like, definitely, we got to be a self-contained unit. But right now, I'm gonna switch the pitch a little bit. I just got to ask you this: what's your take on the Ukraine and Russia war?
I'm actually, I want to give it to you a buck, and I don't want to be censored. I'm actually glad that it's happening. Yeah, this is the reason why. I don't want to see any lives being taken. I don't like death at all. I'm not a fan of death. You know what I'm saying? I'm not a fan of somebody bullying and muscling somebody. I'm not a fan at all. You know what I'm saying?
Hold on, who's bullying? Russia is bullying Ukraine?
Well, people will consider that Russia is bullying Ukraine. You know what I mean? That's what people would consider. You know what I'm saying? Because they're smaller, et cetera, et cetera. So I'm not a fan of any of that. But what I am a fan of is history reaching our situation that we deal with today. And what I mean by that is this: we are incapable of defending ourselves. We are incapable of coming together and forming something where we can defend ourselves. We talk too much. We give up too many secrets. Our loyalty is so split. You know what I'm saying? We think that if you're not a Christian, then you're against me. If you're not a Moor, you're against him, and you're not this and that. Our loyalty is so split. So we're truly messed up as a people. And so
I agree.
And so the European is going to have to destroy himself, and we're going to have to pick up the pieces. And I mean, when I say that, I hope it's not taken the wrong way. I don't want to see anybody die. I don't like death. You know what I'm saying?
Do you feel like Black people should step back?
Yeah, absolutely.
And let them do their thing?
I think it's none of our business. It's none of our business. It's none of our business. But in answering your question, it's the Europeans is going to annihilate themselves. And I'm not talking about the so-called good European kisses puppy in the mouth and, you know what I mean, and taste the dog food with the puppy and drink a Budweiser at night. I'm not talking about him. I'm talking about the oppressive European, that blood just flows to oppress any people and dominate any people, whether it's psychologically, whether it's economically, or whether it's physically. They are going to annihilate each other are from greed. And so we need to just step back. I'll tell you another thing, brother. Even with this COVID thing, our DNA is so strong. Our people are so resilient.
Facts.
If we just step back, COVID may be on your side, because there is a group of people out here who has not so good resiliency, not so strong of a DNA strand, not so strong of immune system, if you will. So a lot of things we put ourselves in harm's way because we see ourselves all inclusive. We are not all inclusive. You know what I'm saying? And this is
Indeed.
why we need our own, so we can spread that message that we don't hate nobody. We don't want to see anybody harm, but at the same time, nature will take its course. Get out the way.
Yeah.
Get out the way. Let nature take its course.
Yeah. Let
Get
them
out the
fight that
way.
out. I
You know what I'm
agree.
saying?
And
Just get out the way.
I got to ask you another thing. One thing that's been hot online right now, and somebody had put it in the chat room. It was actually one of my questions I was going to ask you. What's your thoughts on the dialogue right now between Africans and foundational Black Americans, or ADOS, or people native to this land, versus the Africans in Africa, like how they come here and kind of stick their nose up, and they do the white thing, like it's just the truth. They come here and they transform into white people and call us lazy akatas and all that type of stuff. What's your thoughts on that?
Well, one of the reasons for that is, and I'm going to my Moorish mode. One of the reasons for that is we don't have national standards or national principle. And so when a person, and this is no shot or no, this is just reality of it. When we consider ourselves as Black people, it means so many different things. You see what I'm saying? And we know how we do. We even talk different from New York to Baltimore.
Yeah.
You say dog, we say Doug. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And so, and when one said that Black means this or Black means that, everybody got a different definition of what that is. When you look at Africans, they know what they're doing. They have a national standard. In other words, they have an associated history. Let's take Nigeria. They have an associated history that all of them can associate around. They have been taught that education will bring them out of poverty.
Yes.
And that if they excel in education, they will ultimately remove themselves from poverty. That's the common thought of those that come from Africa there. So they will drive a cab. They will make hamburgers, cheeseburgers, drop chicken baskets. They would do whatever it takes and try to remove the poverty from their life. Now, in the process of doing that, they watching us consume everything that they produce. The dirty chicken in that grease, in the dirty grease. They watching us do this. They go past us to watch our young men stand on the corner all day, every day, the same people in Baltimore, even sitting inside of their stores, hitting in the hole. You see what I'm saying? If you know what that means, it ain't got to be explained. So they watch all of this, and now they become living in a vacuum. You got to understand. They become to live in a vacuum. And then
does that give them a right to undermine us?
No.
The way they do?
This is what it is. You have to understand, they are not you today, and you are not them today mentally. You have to understand that.
Yeah.
We may resemble each other, but we are not the same people today.
No.
Our struggle is different.
Yeah.
If we continue, if we begin to focus on us and what we can build and what we can produce, so somebody can patronize our products, then we will gain a wider respect, not only from Africans, but all groups of people. You see what I'm saying? We're focusing on how people see us as opposed to focusing on how we see ourselves and bringing out that which is productive in order to have something to offer to the world. If we focus more on ourselves, we wouldn't have time to focus. And that's one thing about Moorish World TV. I'm focusing on us. I'm not focusing on the European. People ask me all the time, why don't you do shows about the European? We know what he's going to do. He's been doing it for 4,000 years. He's been doing it for 4,000 years. My thing is, we need to focus on us just to get a little bit of footing. Just a little bit of footing.
But nobody has been sabotaged the way we have.
But that's why we have to dedicate ourselves to focusing on us, because we have been sabotaged and continue to be sabotaged every single day of our life. We are a target. And to take the focus off of what we need to do is a disservice to us and our children that's coming behind us. Let them think what they want. Who cares? We have nothing. What do we really have to offer the world?
Now, we offer the world a whole lot. We give the world the flavor.
Okay, we give the world the flavor.
As far as us,
but guess what happens, though?
So-called black people.
We give the world the flavor and the world cash out on it.
That's a fact. That's a fact.
So what's the point? We need to begin to focus on us so we can cash in. You understand what I'm saying? This is why I do what I do. I'm not really exposing people. I'm saying beware of this, beware of that, beware of this, beware of that. Because these are the things, these are the cancers that prohibit us from growing. It's us. Bro, it's not the African looking down at us that makes us fail. It's not the European that looking down on us. Of course, they got a system that's designed that if you're in this system, that this system will try to give you a ceiling. But Jay-Z even proved recently, they was like, Dr. Dre can't do this. Snoop can't wear khakis. He can't crip walk on stage. And Jigga said, well, if they can't do that, I'm going to leave the NFL and I'm out of here. They said, okay, do what you want. So there is space. There is space where we can command authority. Yet we have to command authority with finance or with the allegiance of one another. Unity. But unity can't be vague. Unity can't be black people need to come together.
And that's what the Moorish Village was about.
Unity can't be black people need to come together. That's not unity. You know what I'm saying? Unity is not that. Unity is that we have a program, we have a plan, and that this guy or this woman is our spokesman, and we're gonna centralize all of our efforts through this person, and we're gonna have a board. We're gonna have you know what I'm saying? We're gonna organize and we're gonna execute. And now we don't have time to worry about what's going on in Russia. The only thing we should be having time worrying about is making sure that if it overflow here, that we have an exit strategy or response.
I agree with that.
And if we have enough people, we can have somebody to monitor that. You know what I'm saying? But all of us don't need to monitor that. All of us don't need to monitor the funky African cab driver talking crazy. Everybody don't need to monitor the European that's still racist. Everybody don't need to monitor that. We need to be monitoring what we need to do to get this boot off our neck as a collective.
Basically getting on code.
But the code has, but again, Wabu, the code have to be defined. What is getting on code? It has to be defined. Getting on code will have to be defined and have to be centralized. There is not one group of people on the planet Earth that has not centralized their authority. There's not one.
Yeah, you're right.
So getting on code for us means grabbing up some guns and walking down the street yelling Black Power. Getting on code for us is talking about you got a business, I got a business, you got a business, support Black businesses. That's not getting on code.
Nah.
It's not getting on code. Getting
Nah.
on code means that we centralize our ideas, we centralize our finance, and we centralize, and you only put up what you can afford to lose.
Mm.
You only put up what you can afford to lose.
Now that's tough right there.
That's right, because this is an investment. This is an investment for our children. So don't talk about I donated and you got robbed. No, this is an investment for our children. I give you an example. We started this group from Moorish World TV called, and I'm gonna say this for the first time.
Okay. Exclusive.
We started this group in Moorish World TV with about 10 people. And we was gonna buy a property in Baltimore. My job was to do what I do: find the property, help purchase the property, and fix the property up.
Okay.
We had a guy in our group that held the finance and walked away with the finance. You hear me?
Never to be seen again?
No, we still trying to, you know what I mean? We still trying to work with them to get the finance back. But I'm not going to go into great detail. But we had a central group. We had everything set up, ready to rock and roll. Within a month, we accumulated over 15 racks. You hear what I say?
Mm.
You hear what I said?
You said in a month? In
a month and a half? Man, we got some powerful people in this Moorish World TV thing right here, brother. This is
I believe it. Nah, I'm reading. I keep reading the comments.
Bro, listen to me. This is not Sinetta TV's audience.
Yeah,
I know.
I know.
Any audience. This is family. This is family. You see what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
And this is why I go.
Hope they treat me like family now.
But this is why I go so hard. This is why I go so hard, because if you rob, if you come here, like for instance, you on here right now and you go do a show and I think you scam, and I gotta call you out on it.
Yeah, as you should.
Because guess what? I'm allowing you to interview me uncut, raw. They're going to go to subscribe to you, right?
Yeah.
They're going to subscribe to you, right?
Yeah, hope so.
And now they come back to me and say, Grand Sheik, this new Wabu dude, man, come on, man. I just see them just work somebody out, such and such. I'm going to be like, man, send me the video.
Nah, we got to do that with each other. As far as black,
so that's what it's
so-called black men, we got to learn how to check each other, but respectfully.
Absolutely. So the thing is in a nutshell, we put the group together to centralize, to try to, and again, it wasn't going to be no great big investment. It was just to get our feet wet. And a brother dropped the ball. And we got the finance like that. Drop the ball, brother. And so my point is that in that little example right there, it shows you how far away we are from.
We are. I agree.
Even compete. How can we compete with the Korean guy come from Korea that can't speak English to open a chicken shop and send all his children to college and take care of his old 90-year-old mother at home? How can we compete?
Yeah, I agree.
We got the resources.
Yeah, we
got the know-how.
We got the time.
But we don't have the loyalty.
We don't have a good mindset to
We don't have the loyalty to purpose. You have to be loyal to purpose. You don't have to be loyal to a person. You have to be loyal to the purpose. You understand? So if you disagree with me, you can cuss me out all you want. But are we going to stay with the purpose of what we came together?
Yeah.
You see what I'm saying? So the thing is, we have to be loyalty to purpose, not to people. And when the people are showing that they're not loyalty to purpose, move them out the way and replace them with another qualified person. Because obviously we put somebody in place to think they're qualified. But if they prove to be wrong, don't stop the ball, move them out the way and move somebody in.
Keep it going.
And keep it going.
And once again, I'm gonna switch my pitch again, but bring it back to the what we talked about in the beginning, right?
And let me say this too about our brothers and sisters in Africa too. Yeah. It's a lot of a lot of people from Africa come here under the illusion that if they're not seen at us as us, they'll get treated better than us too. And so they work
yeah.
hard not to be seen as us.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
They under
yeah,
that
definitely.
Illusion. But
Definitely.
I know
Tunge and them be wilding with that though.
Yeah. But
They-
I do know some Africans that came, and I've done some work for them in their homes and treated me pretty fair. Got robbed out of a couple of them, but you know what I'm saying. But I think they're under the illusion too. We all been tricked at the end of the day.
Of course.
At the end of the day, you know what I mean?
Of course. But like I said, I'm gonna go on to the next question. I just had to ask you this. All right, you're in a Moorish American community, right?
Uh-huh.
And from what I see, it'd be so-called beef with you and a lot of other Moors.
Absolutely. Not really beef, but yeah.
Yeah, not real beef, but are there any other Moors you get along with? Because I interviewed my man Asir
Right.
Duke of Tears. If y'all go on my podcast, y'all see that interview. Like brothers like him and
Well, let me first explain this. I said my guy. I don't know if he said.
hold on. Can't hear you, bro. I can't hear you, bro.
Check.
Yeah.
All right. Yeah. So I don't know if he said anything about me or anything, but I think me and Asir got an all right relationship. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I got his number, whatever. But
Yeah,
this is
good
what people
bro.
have to understand. When one says that they are a Moor, that is a generic term at best in this day and time, because all Moors don't see things alike. You understand what I'm saying? So when you look at Asir and you look at myself, I am a Moorish American Muslim. I consider myself descendant of the Moors, but today I describe myself as a Moorish American Muslim. And what that encompasses is I am a member of the Moorish Science Temple of America that's predicated upon nationhood and divine creed. Nationhood is about trying to build this nation from the mud. You know what I'm saying?
Yes.
And divine creed is divinely connecting yourself to the divine. So that's where I'm at. And it's all embodied in the teachings of Prophet Noble Drew Ali. So I'm a Moorish American Muslim. You know what I'm saying?
Yes.
Now, when you look at Asir have elements of Moorish science. And that's what he teach. He teach elements of Moorish science. He identify as a Moor, but he's not particularly a member of the Moorish Science Temple of America as founded by Prophet Noble Drew Ali. Although he may still respect Prophet Noble Drew Ali, and he still teach sciences that could even be associated with Prophet Noble Drew Ali. But he's Sabir Bey the same way. He calls himself Sabir Bey, but he's not a member of the Moorish Science Temple of America that is described in the teachings of Prophet Noble Drew Ali.
Where did it all turn? Like, where did all of the division come?
Well, the division of the Moorish Science Temple of America started back in 1929 when the Prophet passed. And when you understand history, that's normal.
Yes.
That's normal. When Muhammad passed, what happened? You know what I mean?
He said it'd be 73 sets,
Yeah,
72
so,
of them will go into the hellfire.
When Jesus passed, what happened? You know what I'm saying? Like, this is not strange, because this is not strange at all. And so this is where I come in at. I call myself teaching the orthodox teachings of Prophet Noble Drew Ali. And what that means to me is that I'm not going to veer off what the Prophet Noble Drew Ali taught, because that was the only successful model. Yes. All of the brothers that's teaching opposite of Prophet Noble Drew Ali, they have no success records. They have no success. And I'm not saying they're not successful in their own right, but as it relates to Moorish, the only success model is Prophet Noble Drew Ali. So that model is the model that I use. You follow me? And I call it the orthodox teachings of Prophet Noble Drew Ali.
Is it possible, though, that somebody came to America and taught more science before Noble Drew Ali?
Absolutely. Absolutely. But no one came teaching nationality to a collective such as ourselves that was misidentified by Europeans. In other words, this: if we are indigenous to the Americas, right, and you are from one of the indigenous tribes of America, and the European call you black, he just mislabeled you. He just mislabeled you. Because now, when generations go past, you just identify as black and you have lost your roots to the term that not only connects you to the land, but also connects you to your people.
Yes.
If you have the persuasion that you came here from Africa, the moment that you forget that you were from Timbuktu, that you were from Mali, that you were from Morocco, that you were from wherever in the West, the shores of Africa, and they categorize you as black, what happens is they cut you off from all of your direct descendants. Do you feel what I'm saying?
Mhm,
And what's important about that is that now you have to teach your children an ambiguous history that has no foundation. While at the same time, the Greek people may call themselves white, but they still associate themselves with Greece. Greece, a country,
yes.
not a
Yes.
continent, a country. We
Yeah.
say African American, a country, a continent. You understand what I'm saying?
Yeah. Yes.
So the Russians, a country, they have a history there. The Chinese
Yeah.
man, he has a history in China. And so
Yes.
the moment that we become misidentified, it makes us it cripples us from even allowing our children to look back and see their greatness and say, as Marcus Garvey say, if a man has done it, a man can do it. And when you're looking at a man that look like you, woman or man, that have achieved great things, and you can show the direct connection, it actually gives you a more of a spark than looking at how they hung you from trees, looking at how they drug you down on wagon wheels, and looking at how they stuffed you in ships, and looking at, you know what I'm saying? And then trying to convince that all of us are from Africa. Then we got the other group convinced that all of us is indigenous. No, they put us in a jar, they mixed us up and called us one thing. And now we're all confused and
And you know how that go. History is told by the winners. So
Absolutely. And so when you look at Moorish science, and I call myself a Moorish American is not only a term that can be considered bloodline, it's also a term that can be considered allegiance. It's just like when a Chinese person come here and get their nationality from naturalization, they become American, not by the land, but by allegiance. And Moorish American is the same process. If you don't believe that you are descendants of the Moors, you also can have an allegiance to the process that it takes to bring us into real nationhood. But that's what I teach in the temple. You know what I'm saying? That's what I teach in the temple, and that's the factor. Many people think when someone calls themselves a Moorish American that they are emphatically bloodline Moors. That's not true per se. And I say per se because many people have not done DNA to even say anything like that. You know what I'm saying? But we do know that the Moors traversed the globe, but that still don't make you directly descended from a Moor. You see what I'm saying? But it's also a political term. Nationality is politicized. Nationality has nothing to do, very little to do with bloodline today. Very little. Any country.
What's more powerful, bloodline or nationality?
Bloodline is very powerful, but nationality enable you to build a coalition. You see what I'm saying? Without division. You see what I'm saying? Because just think about it. All the people that's in America, none of them are from here. But they all call themselves what? American. Because nationality, the structure of nationality gives you the ability to say, I am you and you are me for principle's sake. Let's get busy.
Mm-hmm.
And we will defend this country with. You see what I'm saying?
Yeah. Well, I definitely dig that answer. Another thing.
I just went to my Moorish bag, but come on, let's
No,
go.
no, no, no. That's what I'm here for.
Yeah, I
Now,
say ask me anything, but go ahead.
now the intro, you was rapping. What's up with the rap?
Man, let me tell you something. Brother, years ago, I used to be mean. I used to be mean. I mean, I just was a freestyle fool.
Uh-huh.
And again, Moors, I joined the temple at 18. And Moors would always tell me, Mo, you can't be rapping. Moors don't be into all that. They tried to kill my dream a couple times. And I think it was 96, I actually had a deal on the table with Tommy Boy.
Word?
Yeah, I had a deal on the table with Tommy Boy. Brother, rest in peace. The brother named Vaughn Mason actually helped me get the deal on the table. I don't know if you know Vaughn Mason. He sang that song, Bounce, Roll, Rock, Skate.
Wow.
Yeah, so he brought me to Tommy Boy. The thing is I was over educated of the music business, and I thought
You said
that
overeducated.
I was overeducated. I was a regular round the way, whatever, in the hood guy. And I read a few books, and I was like, at that time, people were starting to say, man, I want my master's. I want my this, I want my that. And I said, no, I'm not doing that. You know what I mean? I need this, I need that. And I was arrogant. And they wasn't
so you
going
came
for
to
it.
the meeting at the label and you saying like, nah, we ain't doing it like that. I need my master's.
Yeah.
Oh, they said, oh, get this Negro up out of here.
Yeah. And at that time, they wasn't hearing none of that. They wasn't hearing none of that. And so I said, whatever, you know what I'm saying? And I was nice. I mean, I had like a lot of interest going on, you know what I mean? But at the end of the day, when I look back, I was like, man, I should have just took that and they would have had that one and I could have got the rest because I was nice. I mean, really, really nice. I mean, and so somebody said, good thing you didn't take that deal.
Yeah.
I was like, but I was really, really nice. Like I had so many songs that I could have just gave that away. And then I took myself to another level. But, you know, it didn't go that way. However, I think it was meant to go the way that it's going. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, of course. Yeah. Now you can still
so now what I do
and get out your point across probably even better than you could. They would have muzzled you.
Yeah, and so what I do now is I make rally and cry music. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I make anthem music now.
We gotta get some videos to them joints.
I make anthem music because like the song I'll Be the More You Gonna Remember. I was watching for years on Sinetta how many Moors would play along to get along. One of the brothers that I looked up to, Brother Sharif, I thought he was amazing orator, man. I mean, just amazing, man. I mean, he had, let me see if I can.
That brother's very intelligent also.
Man, he just had amazing command on the lessons and how to deliver them. There you go, right there. Let me see. Let me see if I can pull him up. There you go, right there on the end.
Yeah.
And my other brother, if I can. But yeah, he just had amazing command of the lessons. Yes, my other brothers right there. I wanted to show a few of them. That's my brother right there. That's Mom Dukes. I wanted to show. Oh, here we go. Sharif and Ishmael Bey. Man, they are some of those brothers, man. Sharif just had amazing command on the lessons that I really admired. And my brother Ishmael Bey, he just had amazing poise about him. You know what I'm saying? Like he's just amazing speaker. And with all that being said, I always thought that Sharif was far too nice while they were being mean. You feel what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like he would hold his composure even when they were browbeat, even when they would talk crazy. And Ishmael Bey is like that too. He's a gentleman. You know what I'm saying? He's a gentleman.
Yeah.
But I always thought that, man, go hard. I'm looking at the video, go hard.
Yeah.
And so,
but that's probably like their personality, though.
It is. That's the beautiful thing about it, though.
Yeah.
But with that being said, you know what I mean? Like, I love me some Ishmael Bey. That's my guy.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Shout out to Ishmael Bey.
Yeah, that's my guys. You know what I mean? I still, even though me and Sharif have a disagreement on certain topics as it relates to Moors, I love what them brothers brought to the table. You know what I'm saying? But with that being said, when I seen that, I was like, nah, I'm gonna be that Moor you gonna remember. I ain't gonna just sit there. I'm not gonna just sit around. And one of the things I said on Signet the first time that I went to New York is that we're not going to entertain disrespect. I mean, you can say what you want online, but we face to face. We're not going to entertain that. You know what I mean? If we're going to talk knowledge or not, you know what I'm saying? And so that's how I came up with that. That I was like, man, and I wrote that a long time ago. Like, yeah, I'm gonna be the more you're gonna remember. I'm gonna be the one that be on the front line. I'm gonna say everything that don't nobody want to say, but they think. I'm gonna say everything that people should have been saying a long time ago. You know what I'm saying? And I'm gonna call people on their foolishness if it crossed my path. You know what I'm saying? Especially, don't ask me something if you don't want a real answer. You know what I'm saying? Don't ask me something if you don't want a real answer, because I'm gonna give you a real answer.
I agree. Hold on. Did the brother Vaughn Mason pass away?
Yeah, he passed away.
All right, rest in peace.
Passed away, I think, last month. Yeah.
Oh man, sorry to hear that.
Yep.
Sorry to hear that. But yeah, brother, I think these questions was quite official. Even from the chat line, they saying that the questions was official.
But somebody asked, I think, am I a sheik?
Pertaining to
am I a grand
that was on Sinetta saying,
am I a grand
sheik?
Am I a grand sheik?
Yeah, homeboy said you was a fake sheik. I forgot about that. Damn.
Now let's qualify what's a fake sheik. Let's qualify that, for example. First of all, to become a sheik, you must be made a sheik by one who was made a sheik. By one who was made a sheik. By one who was made a sheik by Prophet Noble Drew Ali. That's what I qualify as sheik. All right? Now, through all this splitting, right? Through all this splitting, I say this. This is my official copy of ADAP papers from 2015. This is just a copy. Seals on it. I'm actually filed in the county of Cook officially.
Yeah, you're getting it right.
If I can't find it, I'll just say it. And I can
My man Tahaka love pulling up the receipts.
I'm not going to waste time and try to look for it, but I will tell you this. I'm officially filed as a sheik in the county of Cook with a number to verify, and you can go and look it up. What does that mean? In the church, you have bishops. In the church, you have pastors. In the church, you have this, that, and the third, and they got their own way to qualify it.
Yes.
I'm saying the guy that said I was a fake sheik, I would challenge him to compare his process to my process, because my process is this. Prophet Noble Drew Ali made our friend, our brother, Emiliel, a grand sheik, and passed the movement to Emiliel. Emiliel. His grandson was made a sheik. His grandson made me a sheik.
Now, homeboy that said that you was a fake sheik, is he from Chicago?
Yeah. Uh-huh. Yeah. Yep. But the thing is that I guarantee you.
But can't he be a real one? Because he's from.
No, what I'm saying is that to be legitimately, you must show who made you a Grand Sheik and qualify it. You just can't, like Taj Tariq Bey, you just can't say you're a Grand Sheik. Who made you a Grand Sheik? And now, once you say who made you a Grand Sheik, let's qualify it. In other words, show me. Ask him to show you his sheik papers. I just showed you my ADAP papers. Once you become an ADAP, you can become a Grand Sheik. So for instance, if one says that they're a Grand Sheik, say, brother,
Yes.
do you have any sheik papers? You're going to make people stutter. Just like if you have a certificate to be a pastor, or you be a bishop, or you be a clergy.
Yes.
You say, well, let me see your sheik papers. You're going to see something that they signed themselves. That's not my signature.
And you said, you say you registered in Cook County?
In the county of Cook, according to how the prophet set the movement up. That's where the prophet registered all of his information as it relates to the movement in Chicago. You understand what I'm saying? So here we go. Anybody that say that, and they say they're a sheik, say, well, let me see your sheik papers. Would you sit down and talk to Tahaka Bey and compare? They would never do that. Never, ever.
We're going to put that out there, homeboy.
They would never do that. They would never. And now this is just a part.
Yeah, let's get that going. Huh?
Hold up. This is just, hold up one second.
I want to see if they could like prove you wrong.
Bro, let me show you something. I wish I had it on hand right now. I don't know. I didn't. I wish I had it on hand right now.
Welcome.
But I could actually show you the literal. I could actually show you the literal filing with the stamp from the county, the stamp from everything, and all it is not them. Let me say, it's not them giving you any credibility. It's just witnessed that you were ordained a sheik, just like an ordained minister. You understand what I'm saying? And it's filed so it can be found anywhere. You know what I'm saying? So if I gave you the number, you can go and look it up. You see what I'm saying? You could go and look it up. You know? And so, and now for those who say that I'm fake, that I say, show me yours.
Yeah.
It won't happen.
If you call somebody fake, now you got to prove it.
Show me yours and I'll show you mine. And I'll give you the chance, whoever says this, I'll give you the chance to show me your process of how you became a sheik. And then I'll explain how I became a sheik. And mine is very simple. Again, the grandson of Emeliel, who was appointed by the prophet, made me a Grand Sheik. Not only did he make me a Grand Sheik, let me show you this. See this black fez? It's kind of dusty right now. See this black fez?
Yes, sir.
Most people buy these themselves. This was given to me as a divine minister. I can prove that too. I actually have divine minister papers. And a divine minister is just like any other minister of any type of organization, which means that they're qualified to teach Moorish science. I didn't just buy this. This was given to me.
Yeah.
It was given to me when I became a divine minister. You understand what I'm saying? That's different than people putting these black, and you never see me wear it. There is nobody in here that can say they ever see me wearing a black fez maybe one time if they seen it then. They could never. And you know why? Because I have much respect for it. I know what it's really about. You know what I'm saying? And I just don't throw it on just to be casually known as one who has a black fez. But many other people do. Many people.
I was going to say I haven't done seen brothers wear that.
Ask them who gave it to
different
them.
Events.
Ask them who gave it to him. Brother Sharif has a black fez in a picture. His leadership gave him his. You see what I'm saying? So you got people that are given black fez, but you got people that buy them. I just didn't buy mine. You see what I'm saying?
My man Sonny Boxing Talk said they don't want to do that.
To show me everything. If any Moorish American, right? Any Moorish American that will come on here and would want to friendly, I wouldn't go on Sinetta and do it. I wouldn't entertain that foolishness. But if they want to come on here and have a respectful conversation about the legitimacy, let's get it. And let's walk away, brothers.
I respect that.
And let's walk away, brothers.
I respect
Show
that.
me what you got. I don't care
that.
what group you are with. Show me what you got. And I'm going to show you what I got.
I respect that. So that's an open challenge.
Not only am I going to show you what I have, I'm also going to show you how I apply it.
Well, how you apply more science or?
How I apply each credential that I was given to me.
Okay.
I didn't make myself a sheik. I didn't make myself a divine minister. I didn't make myself an adapt. I didn't make myself none of these titles in the Moorish Science Temple of America. In fact, I didn't even ask for it. I was selected.
Okay.
There you go.
Like I said, that's an open challenge to anybody that want to disprove that he's a.
But you got to come respectful. You got to come respectfully, though. You can't come up here.
It don't make sense getting up here, just everybody just arguing back and forth. It's going to sound like Clubhouse or something.
Right. So, yeah, you can't. You got to come up here respectfully. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, you're right. Sonny's Boxing Talk said no one steps up to the plate. They just talk.
Yeah, and I'm ready for anybody. I'm ready for anybody, but I wanted, man, you know what I would hope one day? I hope one day that we can disagree and walk away and shake hands and hug and keep it moving.
In a perfect world.
That would be a beautiful thing, wouldn't it?
In a perfect world.
Wouldn't it? But like if I call you out on something, you just prove that I'm lying.
Yeah. Or just accept it and say, I ain't see it like that, brother. Thanks for calling me out on that or whatever.
There you go. There you go. But you know, it's too much changing of finances now for one to admit that they went left. And the thing is, I don't know if many people in the audience understand this, that this has been years of living off the back of the people and producing nothing. This has been years. You understand me?
Yeah,
Listen to this. Listen. Let's talk about the guy that was on Sinetta. This guy's about 70 years old. He's up there cussing. He's up there using the most filthy language. He's been a part of a Moorish group of some sort since the early 70s.
I ain't checked that out. I got to check it out.
Did you hear what I say?
What he's talking about.
Since the early 70s. Man, you should.
So have you heard of him before this?
Yeah. So I've heard of him. This is how I heard of him. I was doing my Tahaka Bay thing, and he comes on my post. First time I ever met him. He comes on my post and said, "Oh, you there talking, but you follow a homosexual." But he said the F word.
Okay, yeah, I remember that. I'm
like, I don't even know this guy.
Okay, now I know who you're talking about.
I don't even know this guy. Yeah. So he just started going in. And so I just blocked him. Like, I thought he was crazy.
Yeah.
And so my wife, in fact, she had seen Sharif on Sinetta TV. And that's why I do give Sinetta. I don't care what Sinetta say. You know what I mean? He was instrumental in a lot of things that took my life to other directions. You know what I'm saying? Even
a lot of people, he has put out a lot of information.
I mean,
and brought a lot of people to a good understanding.
But even in challenging him, took my life in different directions. You know what I'm saying?
Yes.
For him attacking the Moors. But he was on my show one time. Absolutely. He'd been on my show too. But the point is that so my wife, she was in one of his temples, not his temple. One of his temples was at the time in Syracuse, and my wife was a member. She became a member because she's seen Sharif on Sinetta TV, and he said he had a study group in Syracuse, and she went looking for Sharif and actually found that temple. Now,
Okay.
he's in Georgia, but he had a temple in Syracuse, and so my wife joined that temple. And that was the extent of the relationship between him and my wife. He don't really even know my wife. She was just like, it's kind of like I was in this temple called the Resurrection here in Baltimore when I was younger, but the head, I wasn't in the leadership temple. I was in one of the, you know what I mean, one of the pilot temples. And so that's the connection right there. And so, but what I've tried to do is, Martel McCoy he said you had him on the show. What I tried to do is, years ago, I tried to see if I can bring all different variations of Moors to my show. And if anybody go by, I didn't delete any videos. I attempted to do that. And so one time I brought all the sisters that was in his, what they call grand body, on to talk about the impact that sisters have in our community. The same thing I did on here, had Sister Yasmin on the show, et cetera, et cetera. I've always tried to do these things. Ultimately, I even invited him on the show after he said all of these derogatory things. I even invited him on the show. You know, after the show, it seems as I know what happened. This where it went left.
Okay,
so
let's get to it.
So I was under the leadership of the brother who made me a Grand Sheik, and the assistant Grand Sheik to him, me and him didn't see eye to eye. In fact, I was given the authority to create what you call a virtual Moorish Science Temple of America. So I went to convention and I requested for me to have a virtual Moorish Science Temple of America. I was ahead of the curve. In other words, I wanted to interface with people around the country by the way of the internet. This was this was even before Zoom. You know what I'm saying? I want to interface and teach people Moorish science by the way of the internet. And I was given the authority to do so. So when I did that, the assistant was like, who gave you the authority to do that? I'm like, man, hold up. I mean, and so that's a whole nother story, but it was like the communication had broken down. But the head had continued to support me in my endeavor for this. So when he found out, in fact, when I ultimately thought about talking to my wife, I actually reached out to him out of respect. And I was like, is it okay if I court one of your members? Out of respect, because he a Grand Sheik, I'm a Grand Sheik, you know what I'm saying? So that's what I did. So he was like, yes, right? Now at this time, I don't even know my wife at this time. You know what I'm saying? I don't even know, but out of respect, I didn't want it to pop up. You know what I mean? So out of respect, that's what I did. Anyway, long story short, when I did that, this is what I think now. He thought that I would join with him. Now, remember, I realized that this man was a little bit nutty, but I still was gracious and still cordial. And when he asked me to join, I declined. I was like, nah, you know what I'm saying? That's where the
beef come from.
That's when it went left. He started calling my wife or HWHOR. He just started going crazy.
Distasteful.
Yeah. And so when he did that, that's when I did the first show. Matter of fact, I'm gonna put in, anybody want to see it, I'm gonna put it in here just
just for research purposes.
Yeah, so if anybody would like to see it, I'm gonna put it in here so everybody can see it. So this is all right. So this is one of the videos that I did. Because he was just attacking me. And I was like, man, this is crazy. So I think I did the first video uncovering the Moorish Code MST of A 1928. And I did that in 2018. You follow what I'm saying? I did that in 2018. And what I did was, as you know, I do with my videos, I gave all receipts. You feel what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So what you see in here is you see where they didn't even understand the Moorish Science Temple of America, if you will. I mean, you can read the correspondences with these people calling these self-supreme grand sheiks, this, that, and the third. They didn't even understand the Moorish Science Temple of America. So I uncover this. I uncover, let me see. I uncover, when you look at here, right here, if you look on this charter, it says Moorish Science Temple of America, Inc. He actually blots out the ink in the charter because it's a stolen charter. You see what I'm saying? It's a stolen, it's literally a stolen charter. You know what I'm saying? If you look up into the upper left-hand corner, I got a bigger picture up there. It's a stolen charter. And he X'd out I mean, it's just so much in it. You know what I'm saying? But the point that I'm making is I just started going hard. You know what I'm saying? I started going real hard and I started showing people that this guy is not qualified for anything. He's not qualified for anything. And as you can see again, you see where he smudges out the ink. And so this is one of the reasons why I did not respond to the Sinetta video, because I already did that. I have nothing else to talk about. You know what I'm saying? I already did that. You know what I'm saying? So what I was going to do is I was going to take the video and just re-upload it, but that's about much as I can do. You know what I'm saying? I mean, I don't like what are you going to do? My wife is a whore and I'm a punk. And I mean, come on, man, you like 70 years old, man. What I'm going to go back and forth with you for?
It's no need. It's no need. There's no need to.
But I'll go back and forth with you about scholarship. I'll go back and forth with you about authority. I'll go back and forth with you about things that's consistent of legitimacy, but calling names and, man, go ahead with that.
Yeah.
Go with that. And if you say I'm fake, I say bring your proof and I'll bring mine. Nobody would take that challenge, bro.
Oh.
It's not going to happen. It's not going. He definitely won't take that challenge. If he say I'm a fake sheik, I say take the challenge and prove that you are a real one and that I'm a fake one. And I'll prove that you're fake and I'm real. That would be a beautiful debate, wouldn't it?
Yeah.
I will not do it on Nationality though.
Yeah. Now bring that here. Or bring to new Wabu Order Podcast.
Absolutely. Absolutely.
Bring it on one of them.
Or we can take it to the main stage.
Yeah.
People would love to see it.
Yeah.
People would love
definitely.
to see it. Yeah. So that's what that's all about, you know. And I don't see reason to respond, you know what I mean, because it's childish at this point. I mean, I will only respond to stuff like that if it benefits my channel. If I can grab some hype, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
If I can grab some hype from it, I'll respond.
Yeah.
But if I can't grab no hype from it, like you can say whatever you want. I don't care.
There's no need.
Because again, remember what I said. YouTube is an illusion.
You said that in the beginning. Yeah.
YouTube is an illusion. So within the confines of this illusion, it must benefit what I'm trying to do. And what am I trying to do? I said if it would give me some hype, I'll talk about it. Why? Because the more hype, the more sensationalism, the more access I have to my people. And the more access I have to my people, the more it gives me more ability to reach and help more people.
Yeah.
Feel what I'm saying?
I agree.
But
you gotta have thick skin.
Yeah, you definitely gotta have thick skin. You know what I mean? Like me and my wife was talking about today that we should do a podcast together, me and her. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. And I said, honey, you ready for that? I said, you ready for that?
I think that'll be like show a different side of you.
I said, how they gonna be talking about your nose? They gonna be talking about your lips. They gonna to say that you ran over a little midget in 1982. Yeah, you got to be ready.
Yeah.
But as I talked to her today, I was like, you know, you have to realize that it's just an illusion. That no matter what anybody say, what's the objective? Why am I on Moorish World TV? Why am I doing this?
And that made me go to my next question. One of my last question. What's next for Moorish World TV or Tahaka Bay?
Oh,
What's next?
oh, bro. One thing. Questions is, are you ready, GS? No, my next thing is I'm about to, after this show, all of my shows will be on tahakabay.com first, and then they will be uploaded to Moorish World TV. But they'll be uploaded, and I'll still be live to talk about them after the fact. So I have a website called tahakabay.com. It's a subscription-based website on one of the exclusive channels. On one of the exclusive pages. So a lot of stuff I'm gonna be having on there. And then once I do it there, I'll upload it here. And the reason why I think we need to, as I was talking about, we need to centralize our own thing. We need to centralize our own thing and stop depending on YouTube and all these other platforms to carry our own weight. Do you know what I'm saying?
They can clip you whenever they want to.
Whenever they want to.
See it all the time on Instagram or any other platform.
So I have some real exclusive stuff coming up soon. What's today? Thursday. So it probably be, and I thank you for coming today, because I was probably going to give one of my exclusive that I was saving for for talkabay.com. But that's what I'm doing.
Trying to do this forever too.
Yeah, that's what I'm doing. And also I'm going on, I'm gonna try to set up a tour, and take this science as well as the whole show, on the road, the Tahaka Bay opening and everything. I'm gonna try to take it on the road. Recently a brother reached out to me. He said, bring that temple to AC. Recently, a brother reached out to me here in Baltimore, and he called me up and asked me would I debate Malik Zulu Shabazz about.
He's right there in DC.
Yeah, would I debate Malik Zulu Shabazz? Look, my wife said that now. We ready. So would I debate Malik Zulu Shabazz? And I said to him, I said, of course I would. He is one that bring lectures to Baltimore, debates and everything. I said, of course I would. I said, but it would have to be centered around what is practical path to liberation, Moorish science or Black power. I would debate that with anybody. You know what I'm saying? What is a practical? Which one is more practical, more reasonable, Black power or Moorish science? I would debate that with anybody. So he reached out to Malik, and Malik declined.
Go ahead. My man said, would you debate Fat Shirley?
I would debate. If she debate me, I will never call her Big Shirley again. He called her Fat. Yeah, I would debate. I would actually debate anybody, but it has to be relative to liberation. I don't think that like sometimes these debates turn into interrogations. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like I'm not going to debate anything where you interrogating me. You know what I'm saying? And then I'm interrogating you, and we doing the same thing that Sinetta did. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like those are just interrogations. Debate should bring out solutions in order to further you in progress. It should help you progress.
And I feel like it should make both parties kind of come together.
Absolutely.
Especially and even if you is being told.
Absolutely. And even if you disagree, you should always walk away as brothers and friends.
Yes.
Like when we walk away from here, regardless of what you ask me, you can be my friend after this.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? But you my brother always.
Indeed.
You know what I'm saying? Indeed. Like even Sinetta, he's my brother always. He's just not my friend.
Yes.
You know what I'm saying? And if we and if we can start with that code right there, like
yeah,
I mean,
well, yeah, that's
like for instance, anybody that I called out, for some scamming, and you believe I'm scamming, call me out on it. You know what I'm saying? But talking about that I'm a child molester, talking about that I'm a sex offender, when it's totally false. That's just wickedness, and it is what it is. But if you can find where I scam somebody, then bring the receipts. In fact, not only bring the receipts, you can invite me to your podcast, not you, Wabu, but anybody. You can invite me to your podcast, show me where I scammed. Tell me beforehand so I can defend myself. You know what I'm saying? Show me where I scammed. Because see, I'm going to prove you wrong. You see what I'm saying? I'm not going to talk about your mama. I'm not going to talk about your children. I'm not going to talk about your dope fiend arrest record. I'm not going to do none of that. I'm not going to do none of that. Only thing I'm going to do is I'm going to prove you wrong. That's it.
About the information.
And here we go. If I'm unable to prove you wrong, I'm going to say you right and I apologize. You're right. I made a mistake.
I think that
you're right. You know what?
To say. Yeah.
You know what?
They got to get at you about that.
You know what? I made a mistake. Maybe I made a bad decision. Maybe I made a bad decision and I apologize. But let me tell you something. If you can't show me where I'm wrong, then you can just keep on making up the same old garbage, talking crazy, that I beat my wife with a bat. You know, you can just keep
I didn't
on.
know they said that one.
So
I didn't know they said.
Yeah, I beat my wife with a bat. Where is the Moorish leadership to prove and or debate challenge to prove he is not a real sheep, etc.? Knowing.
Good question.
What I said in my conversation, I said you have to qualify it. So the question is, what qualifies you to become a sheik?
And I think you already answered this.
And we look at Prophet Noble Drew Ali's model. If they're not sheiks according to Prophet Noble Drew Ali model, there you have it. What is the model? The model is you are made a sheik by a grand sheik who was made a sheik by a grand sheik that traces all the way back to Prophet Noble Drew Ali. That's the model. That's how the spirit of Buddha is transferred to the Buddha degree. There is more than one Buddha. The energy of Buddha comes in different ages and stages, but that's just energy. The Christ is not just Jesus. There were many Christs. You see what I'm saying? And those are energy, if you will. You feel what I'm saying? So a grand sheik should be able to trace themselves back to the source of the original, which is Prophet Noble Drew Ali. That's the standard. Somebody say that is not true. You're allowed to come in and talk. That's the standard. Listen, you cannot claim to be a grand sheik without a lineage.
Yeah.
Prove your lineage. And that will solve everything.
Yeah, I want to hear.
You just don't pick up a piece of paper and say that I'm a grand sheik. It doesn't work like that. I mean, now, if people want to respect you for that, like they say, Taj is a grand sheik, Taj Tariq Bey. Taj cannot show you any chamber that he been through. He cannot show you any records of him being a grand sheik. But if people want to call him grand sheik and they respect him as that, that's their business. But that's not the Prophet Noble Drew Ali standard. The Prophet Noble Drew Ali standard is what qualifies you. You understand what I'm saying? That's it.
Kemetic Hebrew, true indeed. I hope it is a ceasefire.
And listen, listen to me. And that's for anything. If you say that you are 5%, I need to know when, where, who, how,
who's your enlightener,
who.
Word.
You say you're a Muslim. Where did you take your Shahada? When this happened? You say you're a Christian. I'm saying, when did you give your life to the Lord? What's going on? You see what I'm saying? And so that's just how it works. You know what I mean? We have gotten off track where we think that we can say and do anything and people respect it. You know what I'm saying? But let me say this before I go, unless you got more questions.
Oh no, I think you done got it right.
At the end of the day, those who truly follow the teachings of Prophet Noble Drew Ali will produce what he produced.
Mm.
If you ain't produced what he produced in 30 years, why should I even consider you as a reasonable path to liberation?
Before Allah called him back, how old was he?
43.
43. All right.
What I'm saying is this. In a short 3 years, brother, Prophet Noble Drew Ali had over 30,000 card-carrying members. Card-carrying means that they paid dues.
Yeah, yes.
Understand? Not only that, he had 15 registered temples and 4 unregistered temples. Not only that, they had an economy in one temple over $250,000 a year. Just one temple in the Detroit temple. So, in the 3 short years. So my point is, if you can commit yourself and do half of that,
Mm-hmm.
then you can be respected as one who is a leader in the name of Prophet Noble Drew Ali. But if you haven't even scratched the surface over 30 years, brother, some of these people been around 30 or 40 years. And bro, they have nothing to show for 30 or 40 years taking people dues money. You hear what I said? 30 or 40 years, this guy that was on Saturday Night has been a grand sheik of some sort. Brother, do you know he sits in his living room and call himself a supreme grand sheik? There is nothing supreme about that. There is nothing supreme about that. He sit in his living room with a dog on his lap, talk about Allah, the father of the universe, father of the... So why should I argue with a guy like that? You know what I'm saying?
I could dig
Why
it.
should I entertain that? And I'm saying is, do what you want to do. But 30 years, brother, do we know what 30 years is?
It's a long time. You could have produced something.
But let me say this. It's a whole bunch of them with the same story. 20 years, 30 years. And so I'm to the point now, you had your chance. Get out the way. Let's get it cracking. Let's get it popping.
Enough said. Enough said, good brother.
Let's get it
Enough
popping.
said.
And so look, in my past 4 years, no matter what people consider as failure, I have purchased not 1, not 2, but 3 separate locations with the intent to enrich my community. You see what I'm saying? To enrich my community. Now, with that being said, I didn't do it by myself.
Yeah.
I have silent supporters. I have people that really believe in the mission to uplift our people. And guess what?
And shout outs to all of them people.
And guess what? Some of the benefactors are not even Moorish American and not Moorish American Muslim, but we are connected in spirit. And I'm going to tell you something. One of my main benefactors, oh my goodness, man, I'm telling you, brother, the spirit of truth moves in this person to help make some of these things possible. You know what I'm saying? I could not do this without benefactors that I'm thinking of right now. You know what I'm saying? And I'm telling you, bro, without a doubt or contradiction, I will not disappoint. And I will not let my benefactors down. Whether it's my brother Cryptonomics in here, whether it's my sister Maymuna that just put $19 on the thing, or whether somebody do a share, or whether somebody do a like, I will not let my benefactors down.
Nah, Cryptonomics be going hard. Every
I will
time
not
I'm
let
on
them down. I don't care if someone gave $1, if they gave thousands. I will not let my benefactors down. I will not go in the ground known as one who shammed and scammed. I would never do that. Never. Brother, I'm telling you, my heart will not allow me to squander and just forsake the people for some riches that you can't take with you. Anything that somebody offer up to me, I will take that. I will take that, and it will be a benefit to the people. And my job would take care of me and my family. That's where I'm at with it. And if anybody say that I scam, come and show me. And I'm going to show you receipts. I'm going to show you receipts. Not only am I going to show you receipts, I'm going to show you receipts that you didn't even make a contribution to it. So
there you go. There it goes, man. But yeah, brother, I definitely appreciate you having me on your platform. I've been in the chat room for a long time. I just been around watching you for a long time, man. I really appreciate you, brother. You know, and
so, but I gotta say,
can go on my podcast and check it out. New Wabu Order Podcast. It's on YouTube. I got Tahaka Bay on it. Why I haven't dropped that show yet. It's going. I'm gonna drop it in about 2 more days. But I got a seer on there. I got Dr. David Imhotep, which is a good friend of mine. I got some battle rappers. I got Mickey Fax.
Where is the link? I'm trying to find the link.
I haven't sent you the link.
You sent me to. I put the other link.
Oh, now you could just go on YouTube and put up New Wabu Order. Ain't no other Wabus.
New Wabu Order.
Yeah.
Right. Got you.
I got some good stuff on there, man.
Got you. I'm dropping a link in the chat right now.
All right, and I just started, so I'm definitely trying to get on the come up.
Yeah, and
I appreciate it, man.
And I think everybody in here, we have 264 people watching right now. We was up to 300, and many of you might come back tomorrow, and those who come in later, please, family, the only way we're going to offset misinformation, falsehood, and just strange dogma is we have to support those who are putting out real information, real content. You know what I'm saying? We're never going to offset the tomfoolery if we don't support those who putting out quality content. It's just not going to happen. You know what's going to happen is people going to love the sensationalism. People going to love crazy lies, crazy embellishment, crazy doctored paperwork. People just going to love that because they don't have anything else to listen to watch, or to be educated and elevated from. And so they're going to watch trash. You know what I'm saying? They're just going to watch trash. And so, family, I employ everybody to go and get this link. Fresh sub. There we go. Go and get this link, sub, family. And when you out and about, man, listen to something fresh. Now, New Wabu, it's up to you to. One thing that many people have said to me, said, brother, you are really consistent. Bro, Tahaka Bay, they might don't like you, but you're very consistent. And so
I agree.
That's what I asked you, brother. Just be consistent. And the people is going to be consistent because they're gonna be waiting for your next show.
Yeah, we've been having a little bit of technical difficulties, but we'll be back. We'll be back, and I'm gonna be real consistent, dropping like 2 or 3 a week.
Right.
Like, and I give you my word on that, brother.
And
but right now, I got a lot up on there, and on Anchor, Spotify, and all that. I got even more episodes on there. But I'm just trying to come up and this, but kick the truth, speak truth to power, as some people would say.
Yeah, and I would love to, when you're ready to drop your show. I think we should organize and get you come on now. You gotta let me interview you.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Definitely. We could do that, inshallah.
But what I would like to hold up one second. But what I would like to interview you about is your podcast. You know what I'm saying? That I think I'm very interested in your podcast and your content, and what you have to offer in your content for the people, because I think that's more important.
Yes.
And even like the interview that you did with me, like, I'm not doing no interview with nobody. I'm about to put out a book. You have to read about it. You know what I'm saying?
Okay.
If you got to,
Okay.
you got to read about my journey, man. My journey is a serious journey, man, and I can't wait to put it out in a book. So this is the first and the last time
Got
that
it.
I will be interviewed, man. I've been holding back a lot of information for a long time. I let people speculate because ultimately, I think my book will help change some lives. So
Oh, we
I
need
was
that
honored.
book, man. We
Yeah,
need
I was
that book.
honored. I was just honored to have you, of all people, interview me.
So I got
Extensively.
the last Tahaka Bay interview.
That's it.
Oh yeah, then I gotta milk that cow. I gotta keep that going, man. I got the last Tahaka Bay
Nah,
interview.
You or Doggy Diamonds will get the book drop interview.
Oh man, shout out to my brother Doggy Diamonds.
Yeah.
That's a good brother.
That's my
And
big
when
bro.
that brother really dropped jewels, and I call him anytime and he answers back. You know, to me, that's big.
Yeah.
Like, you know what I mean? So shout outs to Doggy Diamonds. Also, shout outs to Asia Ducateers. That's my good brother too. And definitely always shout out to you, Tahaka Bay.
Yes, yes. And I tell you, Doggy Diamonds, man, I can't say enough about him, man. Like you said, when you pick up the phone and you hit him, he right there
Yes.
with advice, and he give you that hard advice. He ever give you the hard advice?
Oh, yeah. Like at first I was like, man, he got a little attitude. But like, I appreciate that.
He give you that hard advice, man.
Like, he don't say nothing just to like for you to make you feel good. If he feel like you dead wrong or something like that, he gonna say it. I definitely appreciate that brother Doggy Diamonds, man. He good. And also my brother Knowledge Guard from hiphopisreal.com.
Right.
Yeah, he's a good brother also.
Indeed. So man,
Yeah.
I appreciate you.
Yes.
I appreciate you. And when you ready to drop your new stuff, bro, let me know. I'm gonna try to be right
I'm
in
gonna
tune
drop
with
the
an
interview. I'm gonna drop the joint with you probably two, maybe 3 days. It gotta fly. Now I know that I got the last one, man. I might hold that out. That's gonna be worth some money.
You gotta clip that thing.
Yeah.
You gotta do a ballad. You gotta do a ballad on that joint.
Yeah. You know I'm gonna chop that joint up, man.
But with that being said, whenever you ready to release it, let me know. I'm gonna try to make schedules so I can interview you also.
Oh, let's get it. Let's get it. Let's get it, good brother.
Somebody said, unless people cash apping you, I guess you can't answer the question. I don't know the question. What question?
What was the
Are
question?
you connected to the brother Eddie Cotton? Okay, I got you. No, brother, we was talking, brother. Come on, brother. Are you connected to the brother Eddie Cotton because he about that community work? I'm really not familiar with brother Eddie Cotton. You know what I mean? Baltimore got North Baltimore, West Baltimore, East Baltimore. So I'm really not familiar with that name, Eddie Cotton. But hey, I might be connected with him soon. I don't know which side of town he on. Shout out to my brother David J. He said, we got your 6GS. Thank you, brother, for being a mouthpiece for us. This was very informative program, man. And I thank you, big brother David Jennings. Thank you.
Yeah.
Thank you, ODB. Thank everybody. And I thank you, new Wabu Order. Bro, seriously, I'm glad that you were able to ask me the questions. And and I'm gonna tell you, family, I only questions that I prepared for is the ones you see the slides about the building as well as the vehicle, because that has been floating around for a minute. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
That has been.
And I wasn't, I'm only gonna ask the like questions about information and the real. I'm not gonna ask no crazy. You know how people be asking crazy. So what did you eat for breakfast this morning? I don't care about all that type of stuff. I'm just gonna ask the real questions, man.
Right. And that's what it is, man. And I appreciate you, bro. I got to get out of here. If that's
I appreciate y'all.
Thank you, bro. And thank you for your time. And I thank your family for allowing us to have some of your time, because I go late. You know what I mean?
Yeah. It's late, man. I might have to sleep on the couch tonight.
Peace and love, my brother.
All right. Peace.
Peace. So, family, I think that was a beautiful interview. I want to thank y'all for coming through. Family, hit the thumbs up. And again, family, I will not be at this time, family. I'm too busy to entertain a bunch of the nonsense and the foolery. So if you hear anything, I ain't even tripping at this point. I'm too busy right now. Again, we opening our community center next week. So I'm too busy to really play the internet game or the YouTube game. And so, family, with other people talking, just let them talk for now. I'll get back with them. And what's this, March? I'll get back with them maybe at the end of April, and I'll play some of those games. I'm just not going to play the games with them right now because we're about to open our community center. We're about to get things jumping. And so also not only our community center, it's a location that I'm working on that's going to house people who are on hard times and need to get themselves out of the area and need to have a place to stay so they can get themselves together, that I'm working on. I'll be highlighting that next week on the show, what I'm working on with that, with another brother. I'm going in with another brother to get some things done for those who really want to change their life around but don't know how to do it. They will have a facility that's away from the city so they can focus on moving their life in a positive direction. And I'll be doing a full stream on that. We'll be recording it, the location and the plan and everything. And I'll show you what this work look like. I just won't be putting out no addresses. I won't be putting out things like that because, people, they will attempt to try to destroy something before it's even built because they don't like me or they don't like how I do my thing. However, I say prove the information wrong. Prove the information wrong. And we can go from there. But thank you, family. I'll see y'all on Sunday. I'll be live Sunday from a new location. I'll be live on the road Sunday. I'll be on the road Sunday sharing a new endeavor that I'm a part of that is going to give to the community in ways that never been seen in what they call the conscious community. I see y'all Sunday. Let's get it. I be that more you gon' remember. I'ma be that more you gon' remember. I be that more you gon' remember. To Harker Bay front line till the law call my number. I be that more you gon' remember. I'ma be that more you gon' remember. That's right. I be that more you gon' remember. To Harker Bay front line till the law call my number. If you a friend of the Moors, then you a friend of mine. I was told to watch my enemies, now hold my line. Those that speak against the prophet, they speak against me. And I'm speaking about the prophet over Drew Ali, who was the first to remind you and bind you back to Morocco, the mountains, Mississippi, and Quebec. Told you wasn't black, proved it with straight facts. You tripping off trucks, you need to be tripping off that. Now here we go again, acting like you a slave. Family, see y'all tonight, 9:30. Let's go. I be that more you gon' remember. I'ma be that more you gon' remember. I be that more you gon' remember. To Harker Bay front line till the law